Hello, my name is Harris Zeiler. This is the Summer Bunker, and this is also my submission for Dr. Nice's video blog number 1 for the History 713 Entrepreneurship since 1900 class. The selection I have is Thomas Alva Edison, and I selected him for his specific contributions to modern America and the world at large. In this postbellum period, Mark Twain commented that it was the Gilded Age and that everything was nice on the outside but really horrible underneath. And that is not necessarily the truth. Thomas Edison created so many more industries that were allowed to grow, providing help for other people. People provide money for things they didn't even know they wanted. Such as the phonograph, going to the movies, turning on lights in their house, so they didn't have to buy whale oil or kerosene to use, or gas to light their house, which was cleaner, better for everybody's lungs, and also helped to raise the living standard of the average person tremendously through entertainment in sound and video, or communication through improvements to the telegraph, or just being able to turn on a light at any hour of the day or night. So a little background on Thomas Edison. First, he came of age during this postbellum period. Actually, he came of age during the Civil War and became a young man during the postbellum period, first getting a patent in 1869 for improving the telegraph. He had been working for Western Union since 1862 when he was only 15 years old. And after that, he started to think about how to improve the telegraph machines, which he did, getting his first patent then. It's actually the telegraph where he has the second most amount of patents. The first amount was in sound recording, nothing to do with a light bulb. So right there, many of the ideas that he came up with were rather unique. So just like in any free market system, Thomas Edison was not successful in everything he did. He's not this robber baron who just made money off of the backs of others. He rallied capital together to create either a new product or improve on a product that he knew he can create a demand for, that there was a demand for. And he learned about commercial demand from one of his first failures, which was a tallying machine that he hoped to sell to Congress. He hoped that they would be able to more quickly and efficiently take roll call instead of going through and voting individually. And of course, that's exactly what they did not want. They did not want Congress is not supposed to work quickly. It's supposed to be deliberative. And therefore, he went back home to that time Boston, where he was living, and decided that he would never, ever create a product that did not have a commercial demand. And from there, he went on. Another failure he had much later was an idea for cheap iron ore, which was in a necessary demand at the time. So many people were building railroads, early skyscrapers, all required iron ore and steel eventually. And what he did is came up with a system that completely failed, and he lost a great deal of money. However, through creative destruction in the free market system, he had other products and businesses that were able to offset this problem. So referring back to Mark Twain and his idea of a Gilded Age, even though, yes, the people who worked for Edison or Ford or anybody else did not make as much as the person in charge. However, it is the person in charge who creates the business, who undertakes all the risk, who rallies all the capital, and therefore they do have some right, I believe, personally, to some of that gain. Right? They are incurring the risk, and therefore they have a greater share of the gains. So let's look at some of those gains for Thomas Edison. 1, 1878, the phonograph. And then in 1879, the first practical light bulb. The others had ideas and other light bulbs had been invented, but they were impractical. And it was his position, Edison's, to be able to provide not only the bulbs, but the electricity and create things like the phonograph, where a whole sound recording industry had been created, or the motion picture, where he created the very first movie, which is Frankenstein, and he did that quite a while ago, and created the whole motion picture industry. And sometimes he made a great deal of money off of it, sometimes not. So just to sum up, in his early notebooks, Thomas Edison said, "I do not want to confine myself to one device." And he certainly did not do that. It was the light bulb, the phonograph, the telegraph, the motion picture, many other things. However, I can liken that to, say, something like a more modern day Steve Jobs. It is Apple that has also not confined itself to just one product, one device. It is the improvement of many other devices that may have already been invented. Steve Jobs didn't invent the computer or the telephone. He improved it in a way that made people want to spend their hard-earned money on something they didn't even know they needed. So with that, I'm going to make a call on my iPhone. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Have a great day. Stay safe.